Hello and welcome to All In. It's Cox Plate week. Well, last time it'll be a Cox Plate at the Valley as we know it. Lewis Willoughby, Dean Watling, join me this Monday afternoon. It's bloody hot here in Sydney, Lou, as I welcome you in.
Yeah, it is. Forgot the hat memo, boys. Sorry.
Well,
I
mate, you
got
can see how
nothing.
burnt I am. Didn't work.
Yeah, I got nothing to put on. But yeah, what a massive weekend that was. Everest Caulfield Cup, and then now Cox Plate and Spring Champion. Like that is just back to back massive
Yeah.
weeks. Can't wait for it. He was too good. Kaying Rising. I'm sure we'll get into all of that. But yeah, hopefully keen to keep the momentum going and find all our viewers some more winners. That's the plan.
That is a plan. Dean Watling, .com. Betsy as well. Welcome.
Afternoon, boys. Yeah, good note there, Lou. And thanks to all the listeners or followers, whatever we call them, for chiming in last week. I think it was record numbers for us.
Mm.
Not sure if you found any winners, but hopefully a bit of banner, a bit of help along the way. Are we happy or sad?
Record
The Valley's.
Sydney numbers. The cup numbers are through the roof. Astronomical.
Mm,
Oh,
mm.
that's true, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. It's sort of like a winks out market, that though.
Yeah.
Are we happy? Are we sad? Moonee Valley leading, boys. I think Cox Plate. I'm sad, but I reckon the rest of it, you can have it.
I'm sad. I think it's a good punting track. I think it's a point of difference. It's not the same as every other track.
Yeah.
You know, it just that it adds that weird point of difference. Some nights or some days you leave and you just want to put the bulldozer straight through the joint. And other days you can have your greatest successes there because you're able to identify the pattern or the bias and whatever, and you get away with a few. So I've never had more higher ups and lower lows than I have at any other track in the Valley. So I think it's pretty special. I'm disappointed. That Gunner.
No, it just doesn't bother me. No, nothing really. Things rarely bother me these days, Lou.
I'm
Just roll.
crying here, mate. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll just
Goes
roll
like,
with
yeah,
the
it's a Canterbury
punches.
of-
We know
Canterbury of
leaders
the
are at
South.
advantage wherever we go on pace runners. Doesn't matter if it's the Valley or if it's Randwick, generally, except for Saturday, of course. But
Mm.
nah, look, nah. To be honest, look, it'd be good to be there. I'm going to be there on Saturday. Dana might be there as well, so it'd be good. And it'd be a nice moment to be part of. But
Mm.
um, whatever. We'll just find a way to just find winners. Like just
Yeah.
that's all we got to do. It's our job, and we struggle to. Although I think we managed to jag Chow Wolf, so that was all right. Atsini's still three wide. I reckon Atsini's three wide, getting on like off the plane and on the plane as well, or when he's like waiting at the queue for his coffee. Oh, he just lives three wide though.
Yeah, he's what's it called? He's in row C or F.
Yeah,
I think it would be
CRF for
called.
Atsini.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have CRF in first class, but if they do,
Yeah.
if they don't, he's on the outside of the plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, when are we going to give up on
Probably in
bringing
the
these
aisle.
blokes over?
Mm.
Anyway, the joys.
Mm.
Half yours really impressive. Before we touch on the Everest,
Yep. Super.
good runs in behind
Yeah.
though.
Yeah. Valiant King runs third.
Huge.
To think
Yep.
it was like not a plotter, but it was going okay. And now it's into $9 for a Melbourne Cup. That half yours is favourite, 350 or so for a Melbourne Cup. Bit to play out there still. I thought the grey horse who ran fourth, whose name escapes me, the international, could be a Japanese horse.
Massage Nocturne, perhaps.
That's the one. Yeah,
Yep.
that was a big cup trial. I thought that was a very good run.
Yep. And they reckon that Maydown can't run 3,200 meters, but he did on Saturday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and he was strong as late. He was probably one of the stronger horses late, which is
He
truly
was a
remarkable.
big drifter, though. Big drifter. They
And he
didn't
looks-
like him at all.
And I spoke to a few yard judges there, and they said they didn't mind the parade at all. Look, he bit of condition, he probably has a bit of improvement to come. However, he was clearly the most relaxed horse in the yard. Like he was asleep.
Mm.
So, and so was Atsini, so was a jockey. So there you go. That perfect match made in heaven, those two. Kaying Rising Super. He won well. I think he deserves the title as the world's best sprinter. Although, if you stop the run that he had with a few of the others, fair chance that the result may have been reversed. Would you
That's
guys
why
make
he
it?
is the best, though, isn't he? Do you know what
Exactly
I mean?
right.
He's the best because he can get that run.
Or
Like
is he the
that's-
best
yeah,
because the jockey shows clear signs of intent? Because there's a couple of horses there that have speed. I don't know. Briasa has a bit of speed. Could have been a bit closer. Ridden negatively.
I feel like he half missed it, Briasa. Like I
He
agree.
beat Jimmy
should have
Starr
been
out,
closer.
Lou. He beat Jimmy Starr by a head. And Ethan still found that spot outside Kaying. Please.
I watched that replay today, and it like I think it just got overshadowed because of the story around Kaying Rising, which was outstanding. Like props to them traveling a horse of that caliber. all
Huge.
that. But you watch that replay, and they might not have beaten him, but they did not try at all to get him beaten or to ride up. Like even Damien Lane upon Lady Shenandoah, he landed 1-1 with nothing on his inside, and Lane had the back of Kai Ying. He could have rolled up, pushed him to the rail, put him in the coffin.
So
Briasa just went backwards.
have a look at that again, Dino. Louis, you're a rules of racing guy. What's the distance you need to come and cross in front of another horse?
You put me on the spot there. I'm not a rules of racing guy. I have no idea. I assume there's no meterage. It's just about whether you're clear of the horse in front and you don't cause interference. Wouldn't it just be all based on context?
I'm pretty sure there's a defined margin.
There, yeah. Okay, don't know.
I haven't had the time to look it up because I've been too busy feeling sorry for myself. But anyway, there wasn't much of a margin when Zach came across, and you talk about Lady Shenandoah and D Lane. There was a bit of a flow-on effect, a bit of a domino effect, because all of a sudden when Hardy went across, D-Lane took hold a little bit. That spat Jolie half a length further back. War Machine ridden negatively as well, far too negatively, which was a surprise.
It was messy, wasn't it?
The fact that everything went really well for Carrying Rising, and look, he probably wins the race anyway, but probably not. And I think he's nearly won it. He's down. He probably had more.
He got whipped three times.
He
got whipped 3 times.
So he had more to give, and I'm not suggesting the horse wouldn't have won. What I'm suggesting, it would have been good to see a few more horses. War Machine more positive. Would have been great to see Briasa more positive, and then I think a horse like Tempted could have got a little closer in the run, because Kai Ying might have had to work a little bit harder. But look, all things being equal, Kai Ying's a champion. He wins the race, and as you said, Louis, he has a tactical versatility to put himself in that position that some of those horses didn't. Tempted, she's a freak.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah, Angel
what do you make of the rest? Jimmy Star? What a
ride. Do you think
Jimmy Star brave?
Yeah. It's it's interesting what they do with Lady Shenandoah. I think that 1,200 meters somewhat backfired. I don't know if they push her out again. Angel Capital, I think he's hard to beat. In a Golden Eagle, I wouldn't have much between him and Autumn Glow. I think he's absolutely fine. And outside of that, Briasa disappointing, War Machine disappointing.
You're going to be disappointing when you ride them like that. Yeah. But they're both 13. They're both 1,300 meter horses.
You know what?
You've ridden them like 1,000-meter sprinters at the back to cuddle them up and sprint home. And then Jimmy Star. Go on, sorry, Luke.
Go on. No, go on.
Well, Jimmy Star seems to me like a horse that probably wants a fast run 11, sucked out the back, and then just goes bang. And even Kieran came out and said, we just rode him that way because I gave Ethan permission just to roll the dice, basically, because I think Kieran gets it. Intent over everything.
I think just quickly with Briasa, ridden quietly, and it wasn't a fast tempo, like it was just above average for that class. So it's not like they've gone helter-skelter. So he's doing nothing out the back. I thought still his last 150 was pretty flat, Briasa. I am not sure if they did ride him closer on the day, he would have been in the finish. I think it could have been a bit of an off day as well. Sure, you should have chanced your hand and gone for it, but if you're out the back as Briasa not doing much, I think you should have been coming home like an Angel Capital.
To your point, he lands 2 lengths closer. He finishes 2 lengths closer. He doesn't have an enormous turn of foot anyway as a horse. I've never really seen him have an enormous turn of foot. The Galaxy run was almost a true test.
I think that's the point of the race. Somewhat the horses in behind Kai Ying, where you landed in run, I'm pretty sure they all somewhat finished similar. Nothing was. Angel Capital was probably the only one attempted that was doing it. So that's my point with Briasa. I think if they roll forward at the start, I don't think he wins the race, but I think he runs third or runs fourth. And
I didn't have him winning anyway. Did anyone have Briasa winning the race?
No.
It's $20 million grand final. What else are you saving? Yes, if he cops a gut bust, if you're 3 wide, there's nothing else.
But let's not just bash Briasa. Timmy Clark and War Machine, that could have been far more positive.
Yeah.
It seemed like Damien Lane. We speak about D Lane all the time. He just shows so much intent, and I didn't have Lady Shenandoah there. I don't think many people had Lady Shenandoah that close, but I think D Lane probably didn't expect to be there in the end. He would have waited for. He would have thought there was more speed there. Yeah. Anyway, Good race.
Yeah, I think the favourite
Yeah.
lobbed 1-1. It was always lobbing 1-1. They go quicker, slower, doesn't matter. It still wins. So it's all a bit,
Yeah.
who cares?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good point you
And he
make,
probably
Lou.
wasn't at his best,
I'm
to be
glad we
honest,
just wasted
with
5 minutes of that.
the ratings.
Yeah, he was. I reckon he was 2 lengths off, Dean. I reckon honestly he's about 2 lengths off
Yeah.
his Hong Kong peak. So that's a scary thought if he comes back next
What
year.
did he
Better,
rate,
who knows?
Dino? What did Dan have him at?
106.5, I'm pretty sure, and he's got 3 or 4 figures. I think 108 to 110.
He's got
So
110s
that's
there.
1 to 2 lengths at least.
Oh, well,
So
there you go.
albeit,
He's just better than them
he
then.
was a drifter, so like I think
Yeah,
exactly. So I think if yeah.
Beautiful.
Good luck if he
And he'll
comes
probably
out
be
and
better
beats
next
him
year as a
in his
6-year-old as well.
Mm.
But Thames will be better,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yep. And they know
Who
him.
knows? Righto, let's go to the Cox Plate. It is Cox Plate
Yeah.
weight. That's more than enough of the Everest and at Seni being 3 wide. V16 at $2, Antino $3.50. Ooh, short. Eliana $6. Treasure of the Moment $8. Globe 11's Buckaroo 15's Observer not nominated $21. Nepotism 26. Tommy the Cat Kitten 34. Attrition Light Infantryman Middle Earth. Not sure about that. Adelaide River $51. Louis.
I think at the moment it's a no bet race for me. Viasistina's tracking similar to the Cox Plate win last year. Good first up, regressed a little bit second up, better third up. However, she's kind of 1 or 2 lengths off that, but the same pattern, if that makes sense. I can't possibly have her at $2, albeit she could jump out of the ground again and win a Cox Plate. But I'm not sure about $2. Antino, I thought was a great run behind Sir Delius. Peeled out 3 wide early on the turn, took over, just found him better. VS16 is getting close to Antino on the line, definitely, but I think Antino had a harder run in inverted commas. Antino, big spike last year, 4th up, which it'll be. That was to win the Toorak. So this is the grand final, hitting it at the same time. That's obviously a plan. And you're getting a bit of a better price compared to VS16, who it beat last start. Aliana, I don't know if I can have it $6 either, albeit is, again, grand final aimed and wasn't too bad in that race. Treasure of the Moment, I have real concerns about. Obviously was so big first up, and then there has that bout of colic and just, yeah, sure, maybe it's not been in races run to suit small fields, etc. But I think she's not come back off that little setback the same.
Yeah.
And then Globe, I think now with a better speed, can run a cheeky race again, but I think the others might just have a bit more class in a more genuine type of race. So out of all that, Dino, I don't know what anyone made of it. Maybe it sounded like I could have a little bet on Antino, but I'm certainly not, jumping out of trees to get to 350.
Yeah, it's we've obviously said Dilly's coming out. It's lost a lot this year. There's no real international horse either. Don't want to be Debbie Downer, but for the last Cox Plate at Mini Valley, it's a bit lackluster. I think there's probably 3 horses that can win: Aliana, Antino, and Viasistina. I just think the gap between Viasistina and Antino's way too big. Like you mentioned that peak that Tony Gollan gets out of his horses, and this horse deep into the prep. Yes, V has done that. I just don't think she's going as well. Like she's not showing a turn of foot at all. Do we question Chris? He probably comes out and has a tip top ready like he does all his horses for their grand final. But I think she's going worse than she was last year. I think the big thing with this race is there's not a lot of speed. Globe obviously in it, they're paid up. Outside of that, Antino probably rolls forward. I think it's going to be a little bit of a sit and sprint, which doesn't suit Viasistina at all. She's at her best, we know, when there's a good tempo on up front and she can sort of come over the top. So I think Antino's race to lose from out in front. Aliana, I respect. I think she's going as good, if not better, than Via. But I just don't know where she finds into this speed map. Treasure of the Moment, probably her best tick here is her tactical versatility. But like you mentioned, Lou, I read an article today with the camp, and they said we don't know if she's come back to her best post that colic. One way to find out, put her in a Cox Plate. So that doesn't feel your confidence. So I land on Antino here. I just think he should be a lot shorter than Via, a lot closer to Via, and round 350. I think you can have a small bet there, or just wait for barriers and back in.
Neither of you mentioned Buckaroo. Thoughts on Buckaroo? From either of you?
Not suited last time.
Yep.
Behind Globe. Maybe too big. $15 probably, but I'd think the top few over it.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
Is he going as good as last year?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Just sort of.
I don't think you can judge him off last start.
I just like. I think the fact that Globe's $11 and Buckaroo's 15 is
Yeah.
just
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what they SB
silly.
last up, but I'm guessing one was not that
Oh,
and
I
one's not
think
the other.
Globe was ended at like 650 or 750. Call it maybe $8, something like that. And yeah, Globe was nowhere near that, much shorter than that. Aliana's interesting because apparently she hasn't come up looking great. And I was speaking to Peter Anthony a bit
Mm.
about her, and he's like, "Oh, she's got improvement to come. She's got improvement to come." But that's every single start. And then Waller's
Mm.
talked about her coat hasn't quite been there yet, hasn't really just come through, and he's they've taken every precaution, but she just hasn't looked her best this preparation, and they're going to check her out before coming here. I wonder if she turns up here and she's her coast doesn't look good and she's $1 million. She could just go career peak here,
Mm.
or she could just be one of those in one of those preparations where some horses that just. I think Steffi Magnetica last
Mm.
prep when
Mm.
she won a Doncaster, was it? Bjorn
Yeah.
was just like,
Yeah.
oh, Bjorn's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what's going on, but she's there to win, and she did. So who
Mm.
knows? But I think the value at the moment is Oleana and Buckaroo. If Observer was to go there, you could do worse things than have a little play on Observer.
Mm.
Um,
Mm. Surely they pay up.
you reckon they got enough money?
Surely. They might just take some off Lou. They're alone.
Just a little low. Godolphin. They reckon they got enough? Godolphin, 100,000.
Mm.
Louis, the reason why you're not wearing a hat is because you've
Mm.
actually got a decent head of hair, so you don't need to wear a hat.
I'm scheduled for a chop, boys. Actually, haircut that is soon.
He is lowered.
Jeez.
Yeah, need to too.
Just if anyone was wondering, he's getting a haircut.
Just
It was
throwing it
it
out
was
there.
Exclusive.
it was bad on TV this morning.
Yeah.
So I looked at myself on screen. I went, oh shit, that's not good.
That's not good. All
Got to sort
right.
that out.
Give us a Cox Plate tip. Early doors, lads. Dino, or how are you going to play the race as far as all in goes, I should say.
Antino for me, boys. Not probably keen to smash him all in, but
Yeah.
draws a good gate. I'll be back in Lou.
Luke?
Yep, I agree. Small bet now. Wait for Barry to probably get similar price. But yeah, I think Antino's the lead at this stage.
Eliana for me. Can't possibly back versus Tina. And
No.
something different. Left field, you boys have gone Antino. Right, let's go to
Mm.
Spring Champion. And just bringing up an article here from the man, the legend, Trav Noonan, that had a half yours double to win beating
Mm.
us. So that was enormous. So shout out to Trav.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, maybe Autumn
Okay.
Boy and something
Yeah.
else. Not quite three figures, he said to me on
No.
Saturday morning.
Maybe the Godolphin need to hit him up.
Not quite three figures.
Yeah, well, they can get half.
High,
and half.
Do you
high
reckon they
twos
could
will
find
do.
1,000 behind maybe a bit of bit of change? They could find 1,000. Trav can chip in the other 99. Righto. Here we go. This is on betsy.com.au. Trav Noonan, Attica, Joey Pryor. There's no jockeys really from any of these horses. Shangri-La Boy, San Giovanni, Champagne Hero, Master of the Air, Crusader Voyage, Timmy Clark, Federalist, the Team Hawk. You'd imagine Schiller would be aboard that. The Pearls, Desire Diva, or Desiree Diva, and Within the Law. Interesting. Jason Collett book, Dino, the spring champion. Attica, your $3.50 favourite.
Well, you can probably rule Within the Law out. She bled one nostril on the weekend, so she has to go have a trial, is it, and get ticked off. Don't know if they can do that in a week turnaround.
With one nostril bleed.
Yeah. Do you have to? Yeah, pretty sure just have to have a piece of work done in front of the stewards or something. It's not a ban, but just monitor that. Punters, I wouldn't be chiming in on that. I doubt that's an ideal prep too, bleeding for one nostril leading into this on the quick backup.
Yeah.
Attica was outstanding last start. So was Shangri-La Boy. I think we forget Shangri-La Boy was 14 straight to 18 with 2 weeks between runs and absolutely panel beated them. But it was a day that you did want to land on speed. So how much would take off that?
Blessed.
Not quite. Yeah, it was somewhat blessed, but probably going to be blessed again. This is Randwick. Depending what the rail is stepping out, I haven't had a close look. I don't know if you can find that while I speak, but he's probably the bomb-proof one. Every time they've stepped him out over distance, he's just got better and better. I like his tactical versatility. Yes, Attica has that too, but I think Shangri-La Boy's probably got more to find here. Federalist, what do we do with this horse? This is probably the hardest and strangest horse I've ever had a profile on. It's like it's a Group 1 winner already. And it's yet to even nearly win a race, I'd suggest. So not sure where that's at out of that. It's a long tail, so I think Shangri-La Boy on top for me, Lou.
Dino, just
Yep,
before you go any further, not only has Federalist not won a race, Federalist has never placed in a race as the favourite.
It
So
is the strangest.
That's interesting in its own right. And by I am invincible and they don't go beyond a mile, everyone wants to keep telling me. So that's interesting. But this horse could be the exception. And I did back him in a derby. So who knows? Rails at 7 metres.
Yeah, and it's a really warm week. Sydney. I think Wednesday's 38 or something like that. So do monitor that.
It's 38
today.
today.
More boys. Yeah, add to Federalist even more. I'm 8 from 8 with my dreams with horses, boys. I had a dream last week that Federalist won this race, so just add that to the form guide too.
I remember this. Yeah, that's not. I laugh, but you're serious because you are 8 for 8 with these. Like, it's quite insane.
I'm unbeaten.
Why'd you do this, mate? I wanted to have a bet, and then you've gone and done this crap.
As well.
Yeah.
You can have a bet. It's a positive. I had Seeples. That was my only dream I've had outside of that this year, and Jolly Star in the Newmarket. Then 2 from 2 this year, boys. So Federalist maybe 3 from 3.
Louis, do you know anyone else that dreams about horses winning? Like, never in my life.
No. I don't even dream about my own horses winning.
No.
I couldn't dream that they'd win. They go on that day.
It's hard to manifest something that's impossible.
They run last in my dreams as well. That's terrible. I agree with Dino. Shangri-La Boy is the bet. And I think, Shangri-La Boy's the one I think can win at $4. Do you get much better or worse than that on the day? I'm not sure. Rail out 7, that's a big positive for it because it'll be up on speed. The one I want to maybe have a spec at is Champagne Hero, who SP'd 420 in that race. Sorry, Gano, $17 here. Had no luck. And I think just was a complete forgive run. Obviously, with even luck and another good map, I think is just crazy overs. Like, you've just got to go off that last start price. It shouldn't be a $17 chance here, seeing that it just didn't get much of a chance, to be fair. So, and Providence was somewhat similar, but I think once they both got some air in the last 100 or so, Champagne Hero was much better than Providence, and they probably both shouldn't be $17. So Shangri-La Boy can win. I think that is the saver bet, or at least the each way bet at this stage, Gunnar.
Breaking news: Observer will not be going to a Cox Plate. They couldn't find the 100,000, so he won't be going there. No, I don't think it's got anything to do with cash, but they won't be going there. Let's just have a look on the .com website. So that's disappointing.
There they go.
That's the $2 even money favourite somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what it is. I'm trying.
In the Moonee Valley Vase.
The Vase.
Yeah.
The Vase. Yeah, not one of your best. Well, that's disappointing, isn't it?
It is.
Really? Couldn't get it.
Oh, here he is. So now he wants to save Cox Plate Day at the Valley.
Hates the horses.
Hates the horses.
Well, what was it going to? I don't think it was going to add much, was it?
I don't know. Who knows? I'm just trying to bring it up while we have time. Just trying to do a bit of padding here and seeing if I can find on the rival website if on their likely fields if they had an article, but they don't, because there's a horse that I really like outside of the one that Louis borrowed, being Champagne Hero, which I think is a fantastic bet. Just completely unsuited. SP holds up well here.
Borrowed.
Yeah. If $17 versus $4, I don't think there's a whole lot between the two horses, to be frank. Just if you swap runs, I think you swap the results. So take something of the $17 Champagne Hero. Master of there might get blinkers on and improve. Just strikes me as that kind of horse that was the same profile as Shangri-La Boy, 14, 18, too quickly, sharpen up with the blinkers, get in the clear, can go bang, but probably wanted more to find out. So we'll just leave Champagne Hero the bet. And She's a Diva, $34. Any of you lads managed to catch She's a Diva?
Yeah, it was good. But it was 90s, wasn't it, or something?
Sorry about that. Anyway, Staying race SPs are like, at this age, I think it's because it's like Mitchell and Desiree Kearney out at Hawkesbury.
It's true.
If that was C Waller after last start, it wouldn't be 34s, it'd be 9s.
Yep.
All right. Before we run out of too much time, we're going to do the invitational. You lads got your invitations yet?
In the mail.
No.
Manal, Mr. and Beanie, Steffi Magnetica, Gangster Granny, Firestorm, Monty Supreme, my girl, she's back. You beauty.
Our girl.
I know. You stopped her. The only time she hasn't won this preparation, and Watling was on, and I messaged her, said, if you stop her today, mate, we're done. She lost by a pimple at $8 or $7.
Yeah.
I haven't recovered. Dino, the
Mm,
Invitational. If Monty Supreme, if you're on her, you're losing your invitation to everything moving forward for the spring.
that's okay. Speaking of horses that have got the slots or the invitations, it's a good race. This is actually a really good race.
Yeah.
Steffi Magneticus first up in this. That's some horse that we somewhat forgot. Manal's outstanding form, but it's got the PR the last two starts. Gangster Granny, yes, one last start, but I don't think it's as good as these. Monty Supreme, she's the one that's going to be a little bit tricky to line up. A get back run on pattern probably hinders her a bit, but I'd suggest there's no horse in better form at the moment anywhere. Yeah, than her. Where does this land us? I would love to back Monty again. It'll probably kill me. Steffi Magnetica is potentially a bet in this race. I remember her first up last prep. She 10 put in a good one, but you probably want to wait for yards. So Lou, probably no real lean this far out, but Monty Supreme, I want to wait for ratings to come out. I just want to see how she stacks up because I think she's absolutely fine.
Sure, I wanted to back Mr. Mbini, but the setback has put me off. So obviously was in the Alan Brown as favourite. They scratched. The blood's not right or something went wrong there. They were happy enough. Like that was always a semi-plan that if she wasn't right, they'd just say it for this, but I just don't like it. Manal, as you mentioned, is in such great form. I was keen to pot her off the Sherrico. She comes out and wins at the Sherrico. Comes out and wins the Golden Pendant. But you're right, PR of PR in both of those starts. And then Lady Shenandoah, I don't know what to make of. So, yeah, I think it's a great race. I'm with Dino, but I couldn't really find a bet at this stage. Gun to my head, probably Manal.
Yeah. Gangster Granny can sit more forward. Who leads? Manal? Not really. Gangster Granny?
Miss Rabini's up there, probably. Yeah, Gangster Granny leads. Miss Rabini's got speed. Manal's been showing tactical speed. And then I think I can see Gerringong on the market. There's obviously a couple of horses to get slots. Oh, Diamond Lil, I saw an article they wanted it in there. If they get in there, there's speed. But...
Yeah, perfect. Look, Monty Supreme, she'll stack up. She'll be right there. So she can win the race. Modella's, I hope they bet like $51 or something about her, then I would have chimed in. She's a good horse as well. I got a lot of time for both those horses. The rest of them are just numbers on paper, not a race I'm even keen on dissecting for another second. So no real opinion there, lads. So I'm glad we did that race. The McEwen.
Yep.
Charmstone, 350 favourite, Lou.
Got a good HY bet here. Investus. What's it, $11, I think, maybe?
Yeah, $11, $3 a place.
So, first up, Group 3, Northwood Plume behind Bulletproof Boy, who led.
Yeah.
Vestas was back second last, forced to come out widest. This was a first up run as well, by the way. Just rockets home, meeting best last 4 and 2. Really good run against what was the pattern of the race, even to slow tempo and leader one. Second up, sticks to 1,200 metres. I just thought was overs. No knock on Charmstone, who obviously just gets career peak run there to win the Manikato. My concern is, do you regress off that? They're thinking champion sprint as well. So is this just a little freshened stepping stone run into that grand final? And then they want to go to Royal Ascot next year. So, it'd want to be going close in this if that's the plan, even though it did just win in Group 1. So, yeah, I thought you could maybe just find some value around, and Vestas was the one. Who else is towards the top of the market there, Gano?
Reserve Bank, Neance. Neance is a bit of a midfield get back tight.
So Neance and Tropicus come through the same race. I thought Tropicus was better, kind of got sat outside the lead, got pestered by the leader in the 3 wide horse and kept kicking on. That was the Giga Kick win. Bridal Waltz and Star Patrol, I think, are good, but that can be hard to find. Yeah, I just thought this horse should be single figures off what it did first up, Vestas. So I'd be happy to back it $11 and $3 a place.
Tropicus, love Tropicus. 450 just seems like we could just wait till Saturday for me, but I love Tropicus. I was with him last time, got beaten by a star. Dino?
Yep. Yeah, that's funny, isn't it? You probably, in my mind, I was just thinking, Tropicus disappointing because we backed him and got beat, but he got beaten by Giga Kick, who looked enormous in his win.
And the way the track played that day, Dino, it was an advantage to be on speed, except for the shoot races where all the horses made up ground.
Yep, exactly. And if anything, they probably all wanted to somewhat go forward in that race. Everyone sort of discovered a pattern. I don't know if the jockeys figured out.
Yeah, he got annoyed by some 50-to-1 hack.
Yeah.
Shout out to whoever owns that. Sorry.
Probably our biggest fan. You don't know.
Not anymore.
Yeah, George probably owns it.
Georgie,
Charlestone,
Sir
hard.
Sway.
Yeah,
Finished 13 lengths
Charlestone's
off
such a
him
hard
after
horse to
that.
catch.
That's great.
yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming. Pacemaker.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charmstone's such a hard horse to catch. Just dynamite
Yeah.
fresh, but then she regresses off that. So obviously she's had a gap between runs into this. That helps, but she's probably not a horse you can take $3 about. She reminds me a little bit of Amina, that horse that's always there, bobs up, but then doesn't. Oh, I agree with Gunn. I think Tropicus not a bad bet in this at all. We could look at that form race, the Giga Kick race, and just go, that's the grass form for this. So that's the way I'll lean, boys.
Fantastic. Righto, lads. Best all in player of the week, Louis.
I will go. Oh, this is always really hard because I semi like everything I'm tipping, but I'll go. You know what? I'll throw you one right out of left field. Group 2 Phillies Classic over a mile. There's a horse in that called Stung. Don't know what price it is. Could be $8 or $9. Really impressive Kilmore maiden winner. It's that kind of race where they're all just kind of coming off weird form. Some of them ran fifth at weird joints last time out. Second up, 1,600 metres looks a really winnable edition of a Group 2 over a mile. So I'm keen on Stung. I'll make it the best each way of the all-in show.
They know.
Cullen of Presnell, Farnicle, $3.50 is an absolute gift. There will not be a stablemate to blow it up this time. One of the worst front-running rides I've seen, and absolutely blue Farnicle up. He will lead, rail out 7 metres, rock hard fit now. He will be winning at $3.50. Janet?
Barnacle.
Shit.
There's
a million races to be playing.
I know, and Louis done me dirty in the Spring Champion, and now I've been farnicled. Anyway, that's okay. Dino go farnicle. Louis has got some horse way out wide. I'll throw one in when Luke messages. If you want to get involved, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know who's going to win the Cox Plate of 2025.
Yep.
The duck race is up and around. I think only one person let us down on Saturday, and that was our man Dino with Lady Shenandoah.
Oh, I did too.
Old mate would have got the Arthur Ashe, the gash, but he didn't. So unlucky. If you don't like
buddy.
it, give Dino a spray. If you like the show, be nice. Give us a compliment. Nearly there, lads. A few more episodes to come. Biggest one of the year next week. I want you big. And make sure the makeup's done better here. The lighting's better, so I don't look a tomato, and we'll be away.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah, get a haircut too, Willoughby.
I will.
See ya.